What's up, guys? And Navajero here. Really excited to bring you guys a brand new company and two new additions to the collection. We have here two knives from a company called Wixco, which, from what I have seen, they are similar or a sister company to Farrah Monster. So maybe this is kind of more their budget end version of knives that they're going to be coming out with. So really, really cool knives. This one in particular was sent to me directly from Wixco, so big thanks to them. And then this one I purchased myself off of Amazon. I will have an Amazon affiliate link for both of these, and if you guys want to go ahead and check it out, it will be in the description. Let's go ahead and go through this one first right here. This is the Wixco Axor. This one right here is sporting an overall length of 7.56 inches from tip to butt. We have a blade of 3.35 inches and a handle of 4.21 inches. It is a 14C 28N blade. We have a G10 kind of contoured, as you can see right there, contoured G10 on there. We have a 12-inch thickness for the blade stock. So quite thin, not the thinnest, but quite thin, and an amazing looking kind of like sheep's foot, modified sheep's foot with a kind of like a harpoon up here. Really, really cool blade shape. That's kind of the reason why this kind of drew me to it, is that blade shape. Overall, I think this one is the one I've enjoyed the most, given I have only owned it for a couple days. But nonetheless, I kind of have a good feeling for it. And man, this thing is pretty freaking cool. These are available in a couple different colors and stuff. I'll pop them up right here. I think it's like kind of like an aqua bluish with a black PVD blade, and also an all blacked out, like murdered out one with black blade and black handles and black screws. This thing is sporting a deep carry, almost full deep carry pocket clip with inset screws and inset pocket clip. It is not reversible. I had noticed that. You got a lanyard hole right there. Really cool. They have T8s for everything on here. So, really easy. Well, except the pocket clip. Pocket clip is T6, but T8s for all the body screws and the pivot screw here. I absolutely love these thumb studs. You got some very thick, robust, stocky, thick double C thumb studs on this, which I absolutely love. And it really helps with that deployment. Really, really nice action running on bearings. Really, really nice. I really like these thumb studs. You can do the thumb flick. You can do the reverse flick. Really, really easy. This is a really good feeling knife as far as the overall build and quality. You can definitely feel the quality in it. It has liners in here that are milled. You can see in there. So you do have milled liners in there. You're running on a liner lock on here, which you can disengage very easily. You have a nice cutout there and chamfered right here on the axis right here for the lock. So very, very easy to disengage. Feels awesome. Nice jimping on top. Feels really comfortable. It's almost semi-aggressive. It's right in between. Not too aggressive, but not too soft either. Feels really good, this jimping. You have a nice little harpoon here for your thumb if you want to really, really bear down on a cut, or if you want to go in with your index right here to do some drag cuts. So it's very, very comfortable for utility cuts, especially this blade shape. You guys know me. I use them for work, and a Wharncliffe or a sheep's foot, anything with a drop point like this is really, really comfortable for me, because it gets into my cuts super, super fast and gives me that tip straight down so I can go ahead and make my utility cuts. Nice choil on this as well. Feels really, really comfortable in hand. And then this cutout right here on the G10 is actually super, super comfortable. It looked kind of awkward at first. When I first looked at it, I thought that's gonna be kind of awkward, but in grip, your finger naturally follows these lines right here, and it feels really, really good. You go right in there. So it feels really, really good. I really like that. I wish more companies would do cutouts like this. And that adds also to the access to the thumb stud. It literally guides your thumb to that thumb stud, which you cannot miss because it's so triple C thick. And look at that thumb stud, guys. I mean, I think the only other one I can compare it to is my Remet Rhino, which I will compare them right now. But yeah, man, this one is, I really, really like this one. This is the Axor, again, available on Amazon. I will have a link down below. A couple things I don't like about it. I really don't like this bead blast that they went with. I think it looks kind of dull. You know, I think a satin finish or even a stone wash would have been perfect. Especially because this one, I feel like this is a good work knife. This is a good worker. The quality is so good. Usually when I'll have a knife, I'll kind of, you know, mess with it and everything. I'll use it for work and everything, but then I'll kind of be checking like the fit and finish. One thing you can always tell is when you have the knife out like this, you kind of try and wiggle the knife to see if there's any movement inside the pivot and kind of, you know, checking the, I guess like the CNC work that they've done. And there is absolutely no movement up and down right here. Clicks in right into place, solid bank vault, no up and down, no side to side. It's really well made and you can feel it. Again, I think this one right here is perfect for a daily user. 0.12 blade stock, perfect thickness. I think that's a great thickness for like a user work knife. Nice tip. Somebody had asked me about the tip and if it was a strong tip. Somebody had commented on one of my shorts, and yeah, it's quite thick, as you can see. I don't know if you can tell right there. It goes from thick right here, and then it chamfers down right there to kind of thinner. But it is quite robust. I wouldn't say, you know, don't ever pry with a knife. I mean, you're never going to want to do that. But regardless, if you're going into a cut, you know, and it hits something, or, you know, you stab something and it hits something, I think you should be fine. As long as you're not, you know, using it for what it's not intended for. And again, that bead blast is kind of the only thing I don't like. They should have made it maybe reversible pocket clip, but for this being kind of, you know, their first knives, this is really impressive, really cool. Nice little like design right there on the pivot. I think that's like the Wixco design. Let me show you guys the box actually. This is the box it came with. Really cool packaging. I like the design, really simple, but yeah, I think it comes with a cleaning cloth as well. So yeah, action, buttery smooth, nice close. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to love on this knife right here. Definite user. I've been really enjoying this one. Okay, moving on. Let's move on to this one right here. This is the Wixco Wortex. And look at this blade, guys. Jeez. This thing looks sick. They're dirty, all right? They're all gonna be dirty because I've been using these. And again, I've only had these for a couple days, but I try and always use my knives so I can give you guys a good idea of what it's like, obviously, not just from out of box. I don't like to review my stuff out of box because, you know, you can only tell so much out of box. Until you use the knife for a couple days, maybe a couple weeks, then you can get a good idea. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this little stuff off the edge. All right. Tip to butt, you have an overall length of 7.1 inches. You have a blade, 3.1 inch, handle 4 inches even. So really cool dimensions. I feel like it's a little small, and given I like smaller knives, you know, 7.2 to 7.5 is kind of my sweet spot. So wish they would have added just a little bit more of the, you know, maybe handle wise. But I mean, it is a good, decent size for EDC. Blade thickness, you're looking at 0.1, 0.01, 0.01? Not sure. Very thin blade stock, regardless. Super thin, super slicey. This thing is wicked. It's kind of like a hawk bill right here, and you can definitely tear some stuff up with this. You're looking at 14C, 28N, and I absolutely love this black wash on here. I don't like black coated blades with PVD, but I love black wash blades. This is how I wish most companies would do their black blades, with kind of, they call it a black stone wash. So whatever this is, I like. Carbon fiber, flat scaled on the handles right here, and they call this a sky blue shredded carbon fiber, which just look at that, guys. Look at it in the light. It's super nice. It's almost like a matte kind of chalky finish. Maybe from here on my camera it looks a little bit brighter, but it's a little bit more muted. It's not so bright in person in real life. So you have here a inset, no, not inset, sorry, inset screws, but not inset pocket clip, reversible on this one. So they did go with reversible pocket clip on this, so that's good. You have yourself some nice little jimping on here that feels great. Again, flat scaled, so it feels good in hand because of the size. But again, it just does feel a little bit too small in my opinion. And again, I have small hands, but I just wish it was a little bit bigger. What else do I have on here? Oh, and it's super lightweight. This thing, it has inset liners in here, milled, and you're looking at 2.43 ounces on this. So super lightweight, very easy to carry. You hardly feel it. You do have bearings in here. And because of the lightness of the blade, I believe maybe that's why it feels a little bit, it's not as, I don't like to say drop shutty because I feel like that sounds stupid, but it doesn't feel as easy to bring that blade down. I mean, it just takes a little bit more, wrist and shaking than I'd like, but it is a very light blade. Other than that, I mean, this thing cuts super well. I'm gonna put video of me doing some cuts with this, and as far as doing the pinch grip like this and doing drag cuts, it feels super comfortable. Also doing your cuts this way, it grabs the material and just glides through. It's super slicey. This tip is perfect to get into packages, get into any of your cut really, because of that, hawk bill kind of style. It's not too much of a hawk bill, but it's just enough, I think. I think the design of this is beautiful, by the way. Nice thumb studs on here. It has, I believe you can remove it and just use this hole deployment. I haven't tried removing it, so I'm not sure, but feels great on the thumb flick. Again, very nice chimping on here, not too aggressive. Reverse flicks, perfect. And yeah, if you were to take that off, I'm pretty sure you can just use the hole deployment on there, but I really like these thumb studs. You can probably move them up and down and adjust them if you want to move them a little bit more to, whatever you feel more comfortable with. But yeah, that shredded, what is it called? Sky blue carbon fiber looks freaking awesome. They have this also in a micarta. They have this in another, I think it's like a black shredded. I'll put pictures up here of them so you guys can see. And again, affiliate link for this will be down below. Nice backspacer on here as well. I didn't see if the Axor had. Yeah, Axor has just a flow-through construction, no backspacer. This one you get a backspacer and the lanyard attached to that backspacer. So really cool, really lightweight. This one in particular, I feel like it's a little bit, I don't want to say anything negative about it because I feel like it's a pretty sick knife. I like it a lot, but it feels a little dainty, a little, a little light, blade really light. I would not feel comfortable using this for hard use, but just for basic, very common EDC, I think it's good. This is, not a, it's a very thin blade. So this isn't something I can already feel right here on the edge. I've probably ran it into something and I can feel a little burr on the edge. You guys hear that? So again, I wouldn't use this for anything other than like opening packages, cutting tape, cutting basic stuff, maybe, just slicing, regular cardboard, but other than that, very cool looking knife. I love the look of this. Aesthetically, I love this. This one I purchased because I like the look of it, but I ended up liking this one more. The Axor for me is perfect. If they had maybe a combo with carbon fiber that is contoured on this one and a bead blast, or not a bead blast, a stone wash finish on this, I would love this one even more. But just as is, I love this knife. This one is my go-to right now. Love how it feels. So much, yeah, so much comfort right here with the choil. I mean, again, this is the good thing about checking out knives from a new company. You kind of get to see what they're all about. And I thought I was going to love this one because I purchased this myself. Blessed enough to have them send me this. And I ended up loving this one more. So again, sometimes you just gotta, you gotta try them out. But other than that, yeah, super awesome knives from Wixco. Okay, guys, so this is both the knives right here. Let's do a little bit of size comparisons right here, just so you guys can get an idea. Here I have the Remet Rhino, and it has a similar, bead blast. This is more of a gray. I like the bead blast on the Remet better, but kind of just comparing them. Let me see real quick. Yeah, so a little bit bigger than the Remet Rhino. There's that one. And then let's do maybe the Tactis Frontier. This is another one. This one I have a discount code for, guys, if you guys want to check that out. Be in the description. Similar almost in size to the Axor. Let's do this one right here. The CJRB Echo. Very similar in size to the Axor. Very similar in blade shape as well, kind of that sheepsfoot style. And now let's find something similar to the Wortex here. Let's compare it to this one maybe. Okay, so a bit bigger than the Canary. Yep, a bit bigger. Maybe the Demco. A little bit smaller. The Demco is a little bit smaller than the Wortex. Maybe the similar size right here, the Mini Roach. Mini Roach, very similar. So if you've held a Mini Roach or have seen a Mini Roach, that's the size. Obviously way thinner. Mini Roach is way thicker. But those are some good size comparisons. So yeah, guys, these two new knives, new company, very, very cool. Again, thanks to Wixco for sending the Axor out, and I, really, really enjoyed these knives. I think they're really, really cool for the price. Again, affiliate links down below. Please consider subscribing and giving this video a like. Let me know what you think of these. Do you like this one? Which one do you like more, the Axor or the Wortex? Give me a reason why you like them. Go ahead and comment that down below, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Later.